What's up, everybody? Thank you so much, Obi, as we'll make sure that we are connected up right now. We are welcoming everybody to the show right now. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the Market Recap Show. I will be talking all about Adobe right now. My long arm of the law. Thank you, Miss Adara, for the water. Thank you so much for that one. We will be waiting for Adobe to come out. We'll be waiting for Ulta Beauty to come out. And we're just going to be talking to Danielle Shay. We do have options talk today. That should be a lot of fun. Wow, pretty red day in the market as we talk about some of these market recaps. We are going to wait for Adobe. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's just go like this and go like this and call up Adobe. So here it is right now. We will watch out for this name on the daily chart. I'm looking for this one to hold. Whoops. I'm looking for Adobe to hold right here, 545. We'll see if it can do that. I will take the time also to log into our software where I'll go over some of the trades that I was making today. You probably might be sick of that one, but we will review that as we go. So we're gonna wait for Adobe to come out. When that does, we will also have Ulta Beauty coming through today, as that one's waiting to be loaded up as well. Give me a second and I will log in. Today, the NASDAQ, a little bit of a rough day to the downside, as we've seen a couple times before. Bear with me, gonna log in here. NASDAQ and China names to the downside. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Here we go, over 4,000 of you right now, so let's not screw this up. All right, there's the day today. We haven't seen this too much, man. Energy, nice bounce day for energy. As we'll zoom up here. There it is, scroll up. As you can see, UNG bouncing off $15. What does that mean? Hey, it's pretty warm around here. I don't know what's going on the East Coast, but remember, UNG's been getting hit. They call this the Widowmaker for a reason. What's the reason to have natural gas right now? Oil to the upside. Let's just keep on watching it. Look at XLE. We talked about the run that XOM has had before as well. Welcome to 3,500 of you right now. Today, by the way, was a trophy day, so we had a great day. We'll take the leadership, we'll take the pole position on the floor for another successful day. Shout out to everybody that's with us. It's an early roll call to everybody that's here. Okay, Boyle, yeah, that's another one, man. Anyone watching UNG or Nat Gas, watch the Boyle ETF. That's a very, very exciting one. Wow, it's 96 where you are, Aaron Matthews. Where are you? Is that California? Is that a little Texas action? Right there, you in the islands. Where are you at, my guy? What's up, Benton? What's up, everybody? What's up, Richard? What's up, Lava? Thank you for all the love as we go. Hey, if you have a bottle of water near you, let's go. It's Hydration Nation real quick. Let's go. All right, South Texas. There you go. Hey, we nailed that one at least. Bang. Okay, bear hunting season. Yeah, it sure is. It does feel like bear hunting season here in the market again as well. All right, so we're going to wait out, man. You know what's been really bad? One of the worst performing stocks of the year. Call it like it is, Tesla. Tesla today takes it on the chin. Again, I feel like this is just a technical breakdown for Tesla. The negativity is really in the auto space right now as far as EVs are concerned. I mean, you're seeing Ford down 3% today. You're seeing Tesla down 4% and real nasty. We had this as one of our #1 trades today. We're short this name early and it continues to go to the downside. I do want to ask Danielle about Tesla. So when she comes through, we'll see if there's any sort of love for this name as it just continues to break. The minute it broke this 200 level, man, it was downside for Tesla. So again, I'll still continue to watch. If we see anything, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit all of that. And a big shout out to Obi that was on the show today as well. FXI. Look, we had some negative news from Alibaba today. So as Alibaba goes, maybe so does China. Again, there was an investigation about some of the content that they posted up on their show. This is a show on their website. So we'll have to see what's going on with Alibaba. But look at FXI. Again, $25. Hey, we did it. We went from top to bottom there. We got this level down in 21, but look at 25, just before the 200 period moving average. It needs to break this to get going. What kind of a day did Alibaba have? We're normally looking for longs on Alibaba. Just checking to see if anything's out yet. I don't see anything out yet. We're looking for longs in Alibaba, but not today, man. The catalyst was negative, so look what happens to Alibaba. It pretty much fades out right back down to the 50-period moving average. Unfortunately, I'm not buying any more of this name. We're long at 72 flat, 72.11, something like that. We did not get anything out on the top side. I thought Alibaba was rallying back until these, I guess, accusations. I don't know much about it from today as I don't surf their website. But there it is right now, 15-minute candle all the way back down for Alibaba. So pretty ugly right there. All right, is Adobe out? Adobe is maybe out and it is down. Okay, so Adobe's coming back in, down now 9%. So we'll slap a big fail on this one. We're looking for this trade. So here we go on Adobe. I thought this would be a good trade into earnings for today. I like the AI talk. I would say buy this. On first note, I would say look to buy Adobe as it gets hit back down in. I'm looking for it to hold in and around this 530 area. We talked about the 200 period moving average. Let's go find out what the heck is wrong with Adobe. This is what it looks like on the minute chart. Uh-oh. I need a button because that's what's happening right now to Adobe. So let's go over to Benzinga and find out what it's saying. Oh no, what was that? Oh, those are boos. Okay, I like that. Hit that again because yeah, this is boo to the downside right now. 448 looking for earnings, or they get 448, which beats 438 by 2%, so that's good. Also, quarterly sales of 5 billion, 5.18, beating 5.14, so that seems like a beat as well. It must be the guide. We'll wait to see what's going on with the guide there as well. Ulta's out, 808 for 753. This looks like a beat on top and bottom as well for Ulta Beauty. I would be buying this. I'd be buying this dip on Adobe, but you guys take it for what it's worth. Let's go this back to a 1-minute chart to see the exact destruction here on Adobe. I think I'd be buying this dip, man, on Adobe. What's going on with Ulta Beauty right now? Again, all I have is top and bottom line beat. Look at Ulta Beauty. Bang for that one as Ulta Beauty going right up to the upside as well. Ulta looks different than Adobe. Why does it look different, they say? Or I'm just asking myself this question. It broke this high right there on Ulta, so it was primed to take out past highs. Ulta Beauty, moonshot right now, only up 4%, but still climbing. Ulta Beauty up near 6 bills, but it's Adobe. This one's getting hit, man, down 7%. Like I said, I'd be buying these levels without knowing too much. Here it is right now. The news is out on Adobe. Adobe sees, this is what we're looking for. It's going to be a guide story on this name. Adobe sees 525 to 530 versus 531. So they're guiding to the low side on that one. Breaking news, fail on Adobe. It looks like it's breaking adjusted EPS, lowering their expectations for Q2 revenue. So that's why, oh, but look at this. Bang, we like this. Oh man. Okay, Brendan, come here and sit down, take this over because I got to go buy some Adobe in the aftermarket. I like this trade. I just said I'd be buying 530s. So you guys take that for what it's worth. Adobe making some moves. You want to know what this looks like real time? Hey, what other show is going to do this? I'm looking at someone else right now. They're not even talking about this. Here's Adobe real time. Nice move, man. We talked about buying 530. Look what the level 2 looks like. If you're looking for odd lots, you can get them. But even lots right now, $2 spread. 537 to 539. Those are 100 share lots. Right now, Adobe, hey, we called the buy down there. It's $9 in the money. Trade it if you like. Adobe with the nice one. Ulta Beauty, though. Wow. Ulta Beauty. Fade up, fade down. Ulta Beauty dancing around. Now, one thing that Danielle Shay has taught me was, what are the expected moves? Well, each one of these names had a 7% expected move today. Ulta Beauty flat right now on the move. It does go up. It does come down. Adobe on the move. Back into 535. That one, as expected, 7% down there for Adobe. Okay, so what was up today? Let's do a little market recap. We'll still keep checking this. If there's any dramatic moves that are happening right now. Oh, roll call. You want to roll call again, Thomas? Nah, not yet. Ulta crashing. Nothing else happening right now. Okay, if there's anything, I'll keep checking the chat if any other news is hitting on any other stock. Let's check out our friend Nvidia. We had a great trade at the end of the day on this one, man. We were buying these 870s and got out up here at 875. Does go up to 880, just dancing around. You want to talk about a name that helped us lift the trophy today? It was AMD. AMD, we called this short basically all day. But we stopped trading it early. So the downside move happens all day, but our trading stopped at 197. We could save this for a little bit later, but guess what? It is going to be happening with Sticky Note Nation because we wrote down here on the Sticky Note, look, no, right here, what did we like? We liked AMD 197 short. So what did we have? We had this is Adobe. We had AMD short 197. off the jump today, but we covered it. This allowed us to take a lot of profit on this name. Okay, there's AMD. There it is right now, 197. Nice downside push all day. We covered this 193. I mean, come on, 350, we'll take it. Did I think that we would drop down $12 here on AMD? No, but we did reload the short, took some more money before eventually getting out. Look at this. This is what we did on Nvidia to end the day. There it is. We had an 870 top bottom right there on Nvidia. Took a piece out at 873. We talked about that. Then the last piece out at 876. So that again, $6 winner at the end of the day for Nvidia, taking that in. Good trading there. Tesla short. We had that all day as well. And that's going to continue to go down in the aftermarket, I thought. No, actually, nice move up into the end of the day, up to 163. A great bounce spot there for Tesla to end the day. Real estate downside. Oh, we did have some notes today. So oil was hitting a downside push there at the end of the day. Why was that? Let's just call up USO again. Upside, sorry, on USO today, up 1.6%. Oil prices again increase. International EIA again, tighter oil market for 2024. And again, you know, if the demand is still going to be there, where's the supply? So that's what they're talking about today. And again, the EIA now expects oil demand to increase by 1.3 million barrels per day, which is an upward revision. So they upward revised the demand for oil today. Thanks to Dara for that note. As USO, again, taking out new high, not new highs, but taking out a nice little level there. We'll flip it over on the daily for the XLE. This is a name that we really like, man. We've really been buying the XLE. And if you look out on this one, some of these bottoms here, $80 up to 90, but it's getting frothy again. I remember when we were up here last time, we sold a little bit. I feel like we should do that again. Let's raise some capital in the energy space. I like XLE here for energy. I really like energy names, man. Randy and I have been talking about XOM for a while. We missed this one. This shirt actually looks pretty nice. I actually like this color shirt. Oh, thanks. Okay. But anyways, nice move. That was from Fabian, by the way. Thanks, Fabian. 1150, trying to go up to the upside here. We definitely missed that bottom on XOM, but hey, we talked about no more FOMO. Obi, by the way, read that tweet that I put out about that. So there it is right now, 1150 XOM. Could be running into some resistance levels there on ExxonMobil. All right, we are going to go to Danielle Shay in just a couple seconds. Let's see what Ulta Beauty's doing though right now. So Ulta Beauty, this is my daily chart. So again, we were thinking that we could take out this top. Looked like it was primed to run here. Because we had such a big movement to the upside and took out past levels there on the daily chart, we did have a chance to go higher. But let's not forget that there's more time frames. Let's go over to a week and see what happened on Ulta Beauty. See what I'm saying? So it was taking out those highs. Adobe, what is that doing right now? Down 12, yuck, ugh. I guess that 530 buy was not that great. Look at it on the weekly though, pulling back into the 50-period moving average. I think this is a buy, but again, tough to make predictions sitting here on this bench, but it's always a buy, says Fabian. But I really like the technology here for Adobe. So let's go back here and go into a 1-minute chart. Again, I thought some of this AI talk would have been positive, but you can't guide that way and guide down on both metrics, both sales and EPS. So they guided a little bit lower, kicking this down the curve a little bit. Remember, we saw PanW get nailed on earnings as well, and we were able to buy that dip. PanW has come back in again on that, but we were able to put a bid in there and get a 262 long. It did go back up to the 50 period, now having some troubles, as some of the PEs on these names still are quite high. Like if you go over to Adobe right now, what is the short float on Adobe here, just really quick? It is short float for Adobe. I don't think it's very extensive. No, 1.2%. The reason why I did like this name was high institutional ownership. But I guess they're selling it off anyways there for Adobe, as you can see here, down now. Oh, no, did not battle back. Still down that 11%. Just quickly with the Benzinga, let me know when Miss Shay is ready. She's ready. She's been ready. Okay. I just want to check out the PE right here. So Adobe's PE is actually, right now, it was only listed as 32 here on Benzinga. So that's actually pretty aggressive. I'm fine with that kind of valuation. I don't know if that's real time or not, but definitely PE coming back in a little bit now for Benzinga because, hey, this move is a downside one. Let's go find out with Trader Talk and find out what Danielle thinks about Adobe. Hey Danielle, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I mean, we had a great day today. We hit some good shorts there, including a name that I want to talk to you about, Tesla as well. And then we also hit AMD today. But wow, pretty aggressive moves in some of these chip names.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Great day today. Lots of price movement. Definitely have the semiconductors trading lower, but we also had several of the Magnificent Seven stocks, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Those are all looking phenomenal to the upside. I also continue to like Netflix and Meta to the upside as well. So I think we have another good shot of us continuing to trade higher here.
A big congratulations to you because last time you were on the show, you actually highlighted a trade for us on Microsoft getting to those all-time highs, and today we break them. So that was a fantastic trade. Are you looking at Adobe here? Because there's some people in the chat want to know maybe some key levels here. Is there anything that you're possibly looking at? This is getting that move that you taught me about. This is now almost double its expected move. So let's open up Miss Shay's charts and have a look at Adobe.
Definitely. So when you look at Adobe, I like the company, I like the stock long term, but kind of like what we talked about at the beginning of the week, the last few times Adobe has traded lower after earnings. So I had that in mind when it comes to Adobe. And for me at this point, it's all about the expected move. It had a 40-point expected move. And so at this point, now it's down to 515. So we're, like you said, almost 1.5 times that. So once you get past the expected move, that would have been around 530. That's a point where I say, it's getting pretty shaky here. And then I go to look at previous areas of support on the daily chart. Now, this chart right here, this is my daily chart. It doesn't have the after hours data. So we're going to be around down in here. Which that's not looking good, right? Because you've broken through this critical support zone. That's the 200 simple. And we're going to try to cling to this low right here. If anyone's really brave and they want to try to buy this thing, like it has got to hold this previous low. That previous low is going to come in on October 27th. So if it can't hold there, the problem is that you really only have one more lower level at $500 a share. And if it breaks 500, that's when you're definitely shot because those key psychological values are really important. So I would say with Adobe right now, with it being a much greater than expected move to the downside, I'm not going to look at buying it yet. In a Palo Alto situation, like you pointed out, it can happen, but it's gotta hit and hold one of these support zones. So 510, 500.
Danielle, you just highlighted just very roughly. I know your charts don't have post-market or pre-market, post-market data. We just bounced off of 511. You just highlighted that the low is literally right, come over to my charts, 512.12. We just, now we're trying to break that again right now back down to the downside. Man, earnings seasons are fun, aren't they, Danielle?
Oh yeah, they're all kinds of fun. And I think there's been so much movement and so much opportunity. And I'm really looking forward to getting into the next season too, because we've just had so many companies that did really well over the course of the last quarter. And that tends to add a lot of positive excitement, especially going into April, which is typically a really strong and seasonal time.
Danielle, where the heck did you get that hoodie, man? Like now I have so much FOMO. I said there's no way that I'm gonna have FOMO anymore. And now I see that sweater. Great hoodie. You're getting a lot of compliments in the chat.
Okay, Shawn, I'm gonna have to send you one. Just send me an email with your size, and it's our new swag we got here at Simpler Trading.
Oh,
but
great.
Since you're my favorite, I can send you one.
Well, then you're going to get a Trader TV Live hat or hoodie as well. So we'll do a little exchange on that one. Thank you, Danielle, for that. Hey, ask and you get. I like that. Ulta Beauty right now makes down to 540. Nice little move to the downside right there of 540 for Ulta Beauty. Again, I like this name. The short float's not really going to be too much of a concern. Market cap of just 27 billion, but really, really producing well on the daily chart as this is what's happening right now. To give you an idea, Danielle, we are down at 545 right here, but it did make a nice move. It's taken out all-time highs heading into earnings report. And I know you're kind of cautious when that happens, when you run into such key levels, and then you don't really come out with the bang-up quarter. Maybe this name goes lower off those all-time highs.
Yeah, that can definitely happen because, if you look at last quarter, it had this really big breakaway gap. And this is a setup that I just love trading before earnings, right? So you have this breakaway gap and then you consolidate and then you just take off going into that report. Yeah, it did lose a little bit of momentum here. And if I switch to my other chart that has the after hours data, like you said, you can see that it's going to be a little bit soft after hours down to 545. So, what I would look at this is I would just say, you know what? It's a strong company. It's a strong stock. It's within the expected move. The expected move to the downside would be at 527. So you're definitely within range. And if it opens up around 540, what's great about that is that would be a critical support zone on the daily chart. So with these
I
strong
actually like that
stocks,
look right now.
yeah, so with these strong stocks, when they rally and then they pull back into the 21 EMA or the 34 EMA on the daily chart, those can be great spots to buy it after earnings for it to make another run higher, because ultimately it's still one of my favorite names within this space.
Before we get going, everyone in the chat loving all this talk. Where can they find more of Danielle Shay?
Okay, so I want to show you guys my
Sure.
YouTube channel because I just started it in January and I've been working so hard on it. It's pink. Check it out. I just made another video for you guys yesterday about butterflies. I've been making all of these different videos about how my butterfly trades work and why. So you can kind of see the thought process of, why I'm putting them on, why I'm taking them off.
Nice.
And if you go here, Trader Danielle, you can check it out.
At Trader Danielle, you told me that there's often imitators on there, so make sure you get at Trader Danielle. Also, we can find you at Trader Danielle on X. Okay, so that's where to go. I'm also following her, so if you're following each other, we should be able to find each other like that. So Nvidia today. Look, you and I have talked a lot about this on the show a couple of times. I'll let Danielle go load that up. We had a nice run to 1,000. Now, I had Brian Shannon on here 2 days ago. Again, a great guy, CMT. He talks about view up all the time. And him and I kind of came up to the conclusion that 1,000 seemed to be like a magnet and that we were going to get there eventually. I don't know. I feel like we're getting a little bit heated in this name. We've seen definitely some pullbacks in other names like AMD that are really coming in, maybe back into the 50 period. And then SMH, which is a semiconductor holding for Van Eck here. I like this maybe as a safety net as opposed to some of the other things that we talk about, individual names, just so you don't have to pick an Nvidia. You can sort of get long in the sector specifically. So my question to you is, do you ever trade any ETFs? If so, which ones are your favorite? Or do you prefer, and I think we talked about this before as well, but again, we always have new viewers, or do you prefer to trade the single names in a sector?
So, it just depends how I'm feeling. I am a more aggressive options trader, and so I will trade names like Nvidia, but we have people in our trading room too who want the more conservative names. And so I'll give people the option of, hey, you can trade SMH. It's not going to move as much. I really like SMH. I don't trade it as often, but I do own it as a long-term investment. So I've been buying dollar cost averaging into that name for a couple of years now. It's one of the top 5 holdings in my long-term portfolio. And I mean, especially for something in a long-term portfolio, I think it's great. So, Nvidia has had a lot of volatility. And when you look at the $1,000 price target, I mean, I think it makes sense. I was looking at 950 this week. We fell just shy of that, traded up into about 938. I think that Nvidia still looks pretty good here. I think if it stays up above this 850 price point, we have a shot of trading back up into 950 and then 1,000. But the thing with these momentum names is that it's all about momentum, right? And so when the momentum dies, it's going to roll. So we have now 2 days where it's a little bit soft. There's still hope, but I do not want to see it break through 850 and especially 840, because that would be a reversal.
Yeah, the day the music dies on Nvidia is going to be a tragic one. That is for sure. Okay, so I've sort of been giving a couple names. Is there anything that you're looking at? Is there anything maybe you're working on for some of the viewers there at Simpler Trading or off of your website or anything like that that maybe you want to discuss with everybody before we let you go?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to give you a couple names real quick because these ones are pretty similar as far as the setup is concerned. But Magnificent Seven stocks, this is what I love to trade. And right now they have great setups. You've got a really strong pattern in Netflix. You have some consolidation. It's pretty close to this previous high at 625. So I think that a return up into 625 would be the quote unquote easy target, but I would love to see Netflix trade up into 640. And then you know what happens is when it's up at 640, you know what? You're not that far away from the previous all-time high at 700. And so what I find, especially when you're looking at a move going into earnings, you can really see a big move when you have a previous breakaway gap. You have an earnings report that's coming up soon. It's going to be in April. These stocks can make some pretty big moves. So I like Netflix to the price targets I mentioned. You have the same setup in Meta right now. You have a previous breakaway gap. You have an earnings report coming up. You have a previous high at 523 that can be targeted. And then after that, an extension target at 550. And then with Amazon and Google, again, very similar. You've got a breakaway gap after earnings last quarter. You have an earnings report that's coming up in April. You're really close to that previous high. And if you go back in time and you look at the all-time high, you're only $10 off. So these setups are some of my favorite that I like to trade. Google's not exactly the same because it was soft last quarter, but it is breaking out after it recovered from the 200 simple. And Google also has a run into earnings as well. So these are the top 4 tickers that I'm going to be trading right now. I think that it's a little bit early for pre-earnings just because I generally start those at the end of this month. But these are the setups that I'm watching because of the way that they reacted to earnings last quarter and because of the technical setups that they have.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trading these Mag 7 names every single day, obviously on a day trade, not a swing trade. But all right, I love all those names. You know what, Danielle, the thing is like, you mentioned, oh my God, and Netflix back to 700. Like some of these prices are just scaring me, like Meta 550, you know? I remember when talking with you when Meta was down at 150 and 130 and then 200 and 230 and 400 and 500 and now it's like 550. My heart, like I can't take this anymore. How high can we go? I guess higher is the answer. All right, the Mag 7 name that we all want to know about. I've talked to you about this name numerous times. Whether or not it's Mag 7 or not, still to be discussed. Tesla. I mean, that name hit some key levels today, down into 160. I kind of want to buy this name because I'm like, hey man, AI, Tesla's supposed to be all about that. We've got Grok. He's making some nannies, apparently, some robots that are going to do all the work for people like me and you, Danielle, where we could just trade all day and have optimists just go around and make us like some nice Taco Tuesdays. It can, fold the laundry. It can take care of the kid. It can feed the goats. Oh yeah, by the way, did you make any decisions on what's going in the farm there?
So I didn't make any decisions on what kind of animals are going in the farm yet, but we keep debating back and forth. Should we get goats? Should we get a mini cow? Should we get pigs has been thrown out? We'll see, but haven't made any decisions just yet.
You know, get one of each. I mean, why not? Get one of each. Hey, but my Italian side says plant a fig tree. You know, figs are amazing. I think if you have planted one of those, you'd really like it. But okay, the question here for Tesla, and I do want to remind everybody that some of those earnings that you were mentioning, it's mid to late April. So we still got a little bit of time for that. And you've discussed time decay and everything with options. So stay tuned for that. But Tesla down here at 160. I'm not buying yet. What do you think?
So here's the thing with Tesla. I mean, I think definitely on a shorter term trading basis, I mean, we've been in a, downward trend as far as a swing trader is concerned for quite some time. We've had trouble with earnings. And this is one reason why I focus on earnings so much is because when you have a stock that continues to gap down after earnings, I mean, you're going to be in a bearish trend and there's not going to be excitement. So when you look at the fact that the stock gapped down, 8.7% last quarter, and now we're getting to the time where we have an earnings report coming up, I mean, more than likely in the short term, this is going to keep going lower. Yes, it has, already fallen quite a bit. So the question of how much lower could it fall is pretty important. I would go back and I'd look at these critical support zones that we have. I mean, right now we're basically right at a major support zone at 160. If this can't hold, you do have 150, which is a key psychological value. But after that, I mean, I hate to say it, you have this low down here, which is going to be about 115. So
115?
yeah, I hate to say that because, I do own Tesla in my long-term account and it has taken a little bit of a beating. Ultimately, I still want to own the name. I haven't bailed on the stock. I will admit the weekly chart, it really doesn't look great because you've had multiple different earnings reports again in a row that haven't been doing well. The monthly chart is starting to falter. I've been holding it because the monthly chart was still holding up. And if you look at where this kind of broke, just really within the last 2 months, that's where it started looking more negative to me on this monthly chart. But I'm going to see if it can stay at least within this trend line. With my long-term account, I'm really not getting in and out on a regular basis in shares. I'm going in, I'm dollar cost averaging, I'm working on building up larger share positions for, 5, 10, 15 years down the line. So not immediately good, but I'm not bailing on my shares just yet.
Yeah, you had Fabian over here saying that if it ever gets to 115, he's backing up the truck. So we'll sell all of our Bitcoin and buy all of the Tesla. Oh, no, he's not selling his Bitcoin, he's told me. Okay, what a run in Bitcoin, by the way. Are you a crypto girl or not really?
My husband is the one that does all the crypto around here. So I kind of let him manage that. But I mean, we do own some crypto, and they got me I had to do a crypto segment on CNBC the other week. So that was kind of fun. But
I've never heard of that station before.
But for this, I mean, I think Fibonacci target up at 83,600, and then after that, look at that target up here. You see 100,000 a coin.
Yeah, buddy, let's go. Yeah, we're happy for that one, man. We sold some Solana. We're in a couple different things. We've been crypto for a while. All right, thank you, Miss Danielle Shay. I'm going to send you the size. I'm going to be wearing that as soon as it comes through. It'll be a lot of fun. Where can they find you again? You have the YouTube channel. We've got on X. Anywhere else, or is that are you on Instagram? Anything?
I have so many scammers and they're always stealing my pictures on Instagram. So I haven't used it as much recently. I'm trying to get back into it. My handle on Instagram is Trader Danielle Shay 618. So
618.
I'm gonna start using it. But yeah, Trader Danielle without any underscore. Just Trader Danielle, the pink one.
All right, with over 3,000 viewers watching us right now, I want to thank everybody for that. You know where we are now? We are live streaming on Instagram right now. We are live streaming on TikTok right now. We are live streaming here on YouTube right now. We are live streaming on Twitch right now. We are live streaming on X right now, because here at Trader TV Live, we do it all and we have the best guests right there. So thank you so much, Danielle Shay. I will look up whatever you're talking about, CNBX you said, or something like that. I'll look them up and see if we can stream there as well. Thank you, Miss Danielle Shay, once again coming through. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Ciao. Man, we everywhere all the time, baby. This is what we're doing right now. Thank you so much to Danielle Shay for coming through one more time. Look, we're gonna have to wrap this thing up, right? Let's do it right now. It's roll call. All right. Again, a big thank you to Danielle for coming through. Hit her up, YouTube, all over that. She'll answer your questions, no doubt about that right now. Okay, look, I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining me one more time. As soon as we get this roll call going, there's like a 5-second delay. I'll start rolling through right now. Thank you to everybody for joining us. We'll go over the sticky note just real quick in a couple seconds. But there's Danielle right now. Thank you, Miss Danielle Shay. What's up to Sebastian? He's here. What's up to I'm the Toughest? What's up to Odyssey Flights, Dr. Strange, Richard Fan? Everybody's right here. I've said Adara's been the best. I'm second best. I'll take that. Let's go, second best. Right now, bang, bang. What's up to Daryl? He's been here for a while. Thank you so much, John. Hey, look, this wouldn't be a great show if I didn't have the viewers and we didn't have the guests that we do have. So I'm going to thank Danielle one more time. Thank you to Jay Haas. Thank you to Chump Change. Thank you to Paul Fisher. Everybody that's here right now. It really does mean a lot. Whether or not you're watching on TikTok, YouTube, or any of those other 5 or 6 things we talked about, it's very important that you continue to support the show. And one way you can do that is by following me over here on Instagram at TraderTVShawn, or on X at TraderTVShawn. I think there's still some fake TikToks around for me, so unfortunately, because it's Chinese, we can't get those guys to get canceled, but we will hopefully. As soon as Elon Musk buys TikTok, then maybe we can, I shouldn't start that rumor, then maybe we can. You think he should? I don't know if he should or not. I feel like he bought TikTok, he bought X. We'll find out. I mean, if he was buying TikTok, or at least the divested version of it, I mean, I don't think that would be good for stock of Tesla, because again, he's going to have to, he's cash poor. I mean, he's the one said that. He needs to sell his shares to do that. So we don't want that to happen yet. But we talked about Tesla downside. Yeah, I think it'll be a Mag 7 name probably. Tesla, Google long. Oh, let's talk about this. We've already talked about Tesla and AMD short. Look, we wrote down here that we liked Google long. 5 days in a row to the upside. Strength is obvious. We'll try to buy dips if available. Literally as we wrote that down right here, dip if available. So let's just go over before I let everybody go and look at what we did on Google today. Here's Nvidia 877. That was a good trade at the end of the day. But look at this. We talked about buying Google if available into dips, right? All right, so let's just do like this, and let's do like this. Well, what did we do on Google today? Here's the chart, and then we'll let you go, okay? Here it is, Fabian, one more time. There's the dip buy right here. Google comes in, there's the dip buy at 141. We bought 141s, some outs here at 15, 16, not great. There's the last out there at 60s. So we put that out, and then bang, the last 20% all the way up here, 142.50. Okay, buy the dips, right, into the 200. Well, guess what happened again? It dipped again into the 200. So what did your boy do? We bought it again. I feel like we're a DJ. Bang, bang, hit that siren, let's go. Right there, bought it again, and there's the same out as we had before. But into the close, yeah, there it is, man. The club is about to close right now. Get your last couple drinks because the dance floor, hey, man, hey, Uber, pick me up. I need a ride home. All right, so we've been hitting a great day today. I want to thank everybody for watching. Such a great show one more time. Thank you to Danielle Shay. Thank you to everybody. It's now 4:30. You stayed late. Traders stay late. Hashtag it. Go like, subscribe, do all that. I'm Trader TV Shawn. I thank my guy Fabian for staying with us here again. As traders truly stay late, me, Fabian, Obi, we're the only ones in this building right now. So I want to say, I shouldn't say that maybe, and a very, very big, mean security guard is also here as well. But thank you everybody for joining. I really appreciate it. I'm Trader TV Shawn. We'll be back tomorrow, but we won't be doing this show tomorrow because guess what? I'm doing a podcast. So we'll join you tomorrow at 8:30 on the live stream. I'm Trader TV Shawn, and this is Trader TV Live. Thank you to everybody. Ciao.